All right, hello everyone. I'm back. I am doing a African American History or Black History Month reading. So this is basically just going to be like some guiding messages, spiritual messages from the ancestors. So I'm using the Golden Mantras affirmation deck. My sister got me this as well. I'm not sure where she got it from, but it's a pretty amazing deck. I didn't pre-shuffle because this reading's not going to be long. Sometimes I do pre-shuffles because I don't want the reading to be too long. But this should be pretty quick. Ancestors, spirit guides, spirit team, can you please give the collective some guiding messages for today and, for the whole week, the new week, the rest of the month, whatever. Just get some guiding messages to, get us through on that right path, right direction. Just some clarity for the beginning of the week. Whew. All right. Something was kind of flying a little bit. Oh, almost. Just like one message. Doesn't. Okay, thank you. Got it. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so it's number 23. It says, I am safe and I am held. So your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit team, Spirit himself wants you to know that you are safe and you are held. I think somebody out there might be feeling a little unsure about things and, a little scared about things too. So I think Spirit just wants you to know that you're good, you're safe, everything's fine. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, I release my grip on things I cannot control. It's funny because I don't know if this is for me, but I often have to, because sometimes I suffer from anxiety like most people. And I'm a huge hypochondriac, okay? Huge. But sometimes I have to say to myself, I am healthy, I am safe, I am fine. Because sometimes, with all these diseases out here and, people just getting cancer left and right. Like, people are getting cancer nowadays like the cold. The older I get, the more I recognize the spiritual aspect of diseases. And I hate to say this, but sometimes being diagnosed with cancer or stuff like that, that is just manifestation of negative energy that you did not deal with. So I think Spirit really wants you to say this over and over again, because one thing, you don't want to attract anything to you. And sometimes I have to be careful with my mindset with that, as being a severe hypochondriac at one point in my life. So, you just got to recognize that you're fine, you're safe. And sometimes I had to really check myself and be like, Ashley, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine, you're safe, you're healthy. I was always scared of that what if. But what happens if I do catch it or get it? What happens if it does happen? But you can't get trapped in that mindset, because all that is fear. And fear causes you to be very controlling. And I think Spirit wants you to release your grip on things you cannot control. So, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen, whether you like it or not. You just got to deal with it. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. It's not awesome. It's not fun. But sometimes you just got to let go and let flow. You got to trust in God. That's one thing about sometimes as believers. It's like you really have to believe. You cannot walk around saying you're a believer or you're a Christian or whatever and you truly don't believe. You really have to have that faith, be strong in your faith. Recognize that, God has your back. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that someone out there is suffering from anxiety. And there's things that you can do to deal with your anxiety, seeking counseling, seeking therapy, or just connecting with God. Sometimes I have to, like whenever something is stressing me or really overwhelming me or I'm overthinking, I really have to like calm my mind, calm my spirit, and just do a wellness check on myself and be like, okay, everything's fine. You're good. It's all in your head. That's the other thing too. It's all in your head. It's not real. Like sometimes you really have to give yourself that reality check. Like, hold up, I'm tripping. Like, what am I tripping for? Like, what am I scared for? Like you really have to evaluate the situation and be like, wait a minute. All right, I'm taking things a little too far. I'm going on the deep end. Let me reel it back, because this is a lot, but sometimes you just have to, don't let fear overtake you, because it can rule you. Fear is like the number one thing that blocks people. And I don't even think people realize it. That's the crazy part. Fear is just so prevalent in people's lives. Like the fear of being rejected. It is what it is. You will live. The fear of not succeeding. Sometimes you have to fail to succeed. How else are you going to learn? Failure is really not failure. It's just lessons. Now, if you keep failing, then that is failure. But if you learn from your mistakes and you don't repeat it and you do something better the next time, that's not really failure. You got to shift your mindset, your way of thinking. So I'm going to read the book to see if it's got any more further messages. Because, like I said, this is a short reading. So that's not right. Oh, hold on. Okay. So it says in the book, my love, take a moment to breathe. Allow your body to relax deeper and deeper with every inhale and exhale. This present moment is your home, and you are divinely held and guided. This moment is your safe space, and you are protected. See, that's what I was saying. So I think Spirit really wants you to ultimately know that He is there with you every step of the way. Like, I know sometimes people think, oh, God doesn't hear me. He hears you. He definitely hears you. The thing is, God doesn't work on our timing. He works on His timing. That's what divine timing is. It happens when it's supposed to, not when you want it to. So you just got to be patient. I don't know why, but I'm kind of picking up someone could be sick, and maybe your diagnosis has like really kind of consumed you, which I can understand that, it's not easy to deal with a health diagnosis, but I just think that God wants you to know that you're safe and you will be healed, and you have to release what you cannot control. What's done is done. Now that you've got your diagnosis, now you can do your treatment and stick with your treatment and have a good mindset, a positive mindset. I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes it all starts with your mindset. Something as simple as that. Now, there's other things to it as well, like healthy lifestyle and eating and things like that. Like, that's why I'm a big advocate for spirituality, because to me, religion doesn't really focus on healing. To me, it focuses on keeping you stuck and not moving forward in life in your true healing. To me, spirituality is really truly all about healing and growth and expansion and, living a better, healthier lifestyle, whether it's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You know, sometimes I just feel like religion just wants you to stay stuck and constantly in victim mode and constantly not truly being healed. You always need healing. You know what I mean? So that's just my take. But let's see, number 18. It says, "My love, you have seen the viral video of a man trying to mop up the ocean with a house mop. That is precisely how you look to the universe as you try to control what is beyond you. It's not a It's not a good use of your time or energy. Spirit asks you to let it go and allow it to flow. Or better yet, find your own flow." So I really do feel like somebody out there really is trying to control the situation. Like the woulda, coulda, shoulda, like, oh, I should have did this, oh, I should have did that. What happened in the past is done. You can't change the past. All you can do is focus on the present and the future. So I think whoever this is, I think Spirit just wants you to relax. Because if you are sick, stressing is not going to do you any good. You don't want to get worse. You know what I mean? And I hate to say this also, because no one wants to get sick. But sometimes things happen for a reason. And maybe this is God's way of waking you up. Like, hey, I told you to stop eating that. Or I told you to stop smoking. I told you to stop drinking. I told you to stop doing whatever. You didn't listen. Now you've got whatever condition or situation or health problem. And now you got to deal with it. You got to make better and healthier decisions and choices in life. If you want to be here for a long time instead of a good time, short time, you got to do things to live a long, healthy life. So that's one thing, since this is a Black History Month reading. One thing about the Black community is we need to be better with our health. Like, I can't tell you how many Black people I know personally and not personally that just refuse to go to the doctors to get a simple checkup. Just go to the doctors. I have lost so many family members personally, where I feel like if you would have just went to the doctors, you would be here today. So you gotta take your health seriously. Like, I know there's a history behind how we were mistreated in the medical industry. People weren't listening to us and, treating us fairly for certain situations, especially Black women. They claim we don't have a pain tolerance when we do, and all this other stuff. So you got to advocate for yourself. You got to also just really care about your health. There's so many people that I know that don't get regular basic physicals. Hell, for some reason, people don't get STD checks or whatever, or testing. That's freaking crazy. Like, the shit that's around right now, you better get tested or wear some condoms or something, I don't know. But yeah, we gotta get better with how we eat. All that damn sodium. Hey, don't get me wrong, I love me some fried chicken as well and some fried fish, but damn, we can't eat that shit every day. I enjoy mac and cheese too, but my God, we can't eat that shit every day. Getting chicken boxes and shit. come on now. We got to eat some salad from time to time. We got to eat them vegetables. Drink some motherfucking water. I can't tell you how many people that I know that don't drink fucking water that are adults. I'll be looking at them like, do you not get thirsty? Because to me, drinking some fucking soda and tea and shit, that makes me thirstier. I'd be like, damn, that didn't quench my thirst. I need some fucking water. Like, literally all I drink is water. And then, I have my occasional, well, not occasional, I have a cup of coffee every morning. I like my glass of wine or a cocktail when I go out to eat. But, I ain't drinking all the goddamn time either. That's another thing, too. Some of y'all need to stop drinking so damn much. Like, y'all drink like y'all fucking 21. You're 40. Calm the fuck down. That shit gets to you after a while. And all that smoking and shit, cut that shit out. Like, good Lord. What the COPD, like my sister says. But anyways, yeah, just, really pay attention to your health. Go to the dentist. Go to the eye doctor. Women, get your PAPs. Get those mammograms. Like, I legit have an aunt that she's up there in age. I would just say she's in her 60s. She legit admitted to me and my sister that she does not do self-exams, like, because women are told to do self-exams on your breast just to make sure everything is okay. She said she's never done that. I said, what? You never done that on yourself? And she was like, no. I said, I'm telling you, there was one point in my life where I had to stop doing it because I was doing it too much. Because sometimes I would be afraid that, oh, did I feel something? Oh, shit. Like, I'm telling you, that's how bad of a hypochondriac I am. So I've relaxed over the years, but I still do it, especially after I get out of a shower, because they tell you to do it after you get out of a shower, and they also tell you to don't do it during your period. But yeah, stay up on your health. I think Spirit wants somebody, or just all of us, on a collective level. Let's be better with our health. It's still early in the new year. Let's be better with our health. Let's be more active, drink more water. Because I'm 39 and I'll be 40 in November. And I legit have to, I had to really change my diet recently because I cannot handle sodium like I used to. Like, I will get a horrible headache if I have, too much sodium in my food. So I have to watch that. I can't eat at certain places like I used to. Like, it is very hard for me to get something quick to eat. I'm cooking a lot now at home. It's annoying as hell, but I know in the end my body appreciates it. Like, I cannot eat fast food like that. I cook literally almost every day now, it seems like, because I just can't eat out like I used to. And, so, yeah, and I'm working out more often too, because I have to be active now, because my body is requiring me to be active. Like, I'm not even trying to really lose weight or anything. That's just what my body is requiring me to do now in this stage in my life, now that I'm getting older. So it is what it is. The older you get, the more you got to make changes and stuff just to, live a longer, healthier life. So let's be like, the older generation, because I had an aunt, God rest her soul. I had an aunt that lived to 103. I'm trying to be like that. So let's strive to live healthier, healthier lives. And also not only just get physicals and checkups and things like that. Also work on your mental health too. Your mental and your emotional health. Go to therapy. Get some counseling. Hell, some of y'all need to get a life coach too. Shit. Okay? Get your life on track. You know, God put us on this earth for a purpose. Walk in your purpose. There's a lot of y'all not walking in your purpose. Okay. All right. So that is it. This was longer than what it was supposed to be, but I hope this resonated. If it didn't, I'll be doing some more of these types of readings next weekend, starting maybe Thursday or Friday. I don't know yet, but I will be doing the Leo love reading early today because I forgot today was Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm going over my sister's house. Plus, I need to make a charcuterie. Well, it's a Super Bowl board. I also do charcuterie and stuff like that too. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a Scorpio. But anyways, so I'll see you in the next reading later, and I'll see you later. Thank you.